Hey guys, this is our last lesson for today, Wednesday, and it's our history. You have out your California Studies, week number 26. All right, and we will get started. It's on capitals or capitol buildings. What do you know that all capitol buildings have on the top? You're right, they have this beautiful dome, don't they? It might be multi-level, something up there. But anyway, they have a dome on them. That's what distinguishes them from the White House, right? Because the White House doesn't have a dome. Okay, there's my quick drawing lesson. So, capitals or capitol buildings. What? You can read with me, okay? What is a capital? What is a capitol? Aha, I see what they're saying. Capital, C-A-P-I-T-A-L, C-A-P-I-T-O-L. Did you notice that there's two different words that sound just the same? Capital, capital. Interesting. These words sound the same, don't they? But both of these words mean something different, and obviously they're spelled a little bit different. The word capital with an A is a city. Interesting. And that would be a capital letter too, I think. Anyway, capital is a city. Like if I say, what is the capital of California? You would say Sacramento, right? A-L, capital, is a city. It is where people in the government do the work. The word capitol, A-O-L, still said capital, is a building where the laws are made. I've never even noticed that. I'm learning something today. C-A-P-I-T-O-L. This is C-A-P-I-T-O-L. That is the building. Interesting. So this is the Capitol building. The capital of California is in Sacramento. Interesting. Capital is the city, like Sacramento, Washington, so on. Capitol is the building. You might think, oh, that kind of looks like a dome, right? We can put something up there, then we can wave the flag. Well, maybe that's how you can think of it. There you go. It's an O. You can make a pole out of it. Wave the flag on top of the building. Capitol building. Interesting. Okay. The word capital, I'll say it right, capital is a building where laws are made. Have you ever visited a capital city? How many of you have been to Sacramento? Maybe you've been to Washington, D.C. Maybe you've been to any other capital in the United States. Turn the page to learn more about capitals and capitals. That could be confusing. First of all, there's our buddy George. The capital, with an A, of the United States is Washington, D.C. Look at the map and find the red star. Now, it's hard to picture where that is on the big map of the United States, but maybe you at home have a map that can show that more clearly. The capital of the United States is Washington, D.C. D.C. means District of Columbia, so it's not in a state. Look at the map and find the red star. That is where our nation's capital is located. It is named after our first president, George Washington. The President of the United States works in our nation's capital. The capital, the city, Washington, D.C. He also works in the Capitol, the building. The president is the leader of our country, not our state. The White House is also located in Washington, D.C., but we know that it does not have a dome on it. But it is white, and that is where the president lives and his family. People who make laws for our country work in Washington, D.C. too. They work in a building called the United States Capitol, and there you have a beautiful picture of the United States Capitol, and you notice that it's an O. Our Congress meets in the United States Capitol. We elect members to Congress to make laws that are fair and keep us safe. Have you ever visited Washington, D.C.? I know I have. I've had a tour, and it was pretty cool. All three branches of our government are located there, as well as many historical sites and museums. Do you guys happen to remember the three branches of our country? Remember, it's like a tree, and we have like three branches. Boy, that's one ugly tree. Anyway, this tree is our government. And remember, we have what's the presidential one? The executive, and then the judges, the judicial. I got a couple pictures from you guys from last week, thanks. The judicial and the legislative branch. These are the lawmakers. This is the president. These are the judges, Supreme Court, so on. Okay. The other side, you see a man without much hair. That guy happens to have been our governor of California for a couple different terms. So it says, the capital with an A of California is Sacramento. Only about an hour and 15 minutes from us here. Look at the map and find the blue star. That is where our state capital is located. It was founded in 1849 and is named for the Sacramento River. The governor of California lives and works in Sacramento. The governor is the leader of our state, right? The president is the leader of our nation or country. The governor is part of the executive branch of the state government. So if this was a state government, the executive branch would be a governor, not a president. Their job is to enforce the laws that are made. Down in the purple section, the people who make our state laws work in Sacramento too. They work in a building called the California State Capitol. And there's a picture. That's a picture of our Sacramento capital. And there, if you open up, you see our nation's capital. Somewhat similar, only smaller, right? But even the smallest capital, Montpelier, Vermont, has a little dome on the top of it. Very cute little town. These leaders are chosen by the people of our state of California, to represent them when making the laws. These laws help meet the needs of the citizens of California. Have you ever visited Sacramento? You can see museums, parks, and even sporting events. Sacramento is a very large, spread out city. If you ever go to the state fair every year, that's in Sacramento. Okay, so we're going to the back side. It says, look at the map, draw a red star on Washington, D.C. If you have access to a better map, you can get a little bit more accurate, but you'd want to do a red star somewhere right around there and write the name. So you want to write, it's very tiny, you want to write Washington capital, capital D, period, capital C, period, Washington, D.C. And that would be in red. Then it says draw a blue star on Sacramento, which would be right about there. And again, it's kind of difficult. Write the name of each capital next to the star. So right there, you'd want to write Sacramento, right? You can always go back, see how it's spelled in the book. Sacramento. Sacramento. Okay? Now, it says to read each sentence, unscramble the words, and write the correct answer. Washington, D.C. is our nation's capital. Okay? You want that word. Do you see a C-A-P-I-T-A-L? The is a leader of our state. That is spelled very strange, but if you go back to where you see Jerry Brown, you're going to find the word governor. The leader of the state, the highest office for the state. A Capitol building is where the are made. Laws, right? L-A-W-S, where the laws are made. If you want later, you can color that map, color each of the states a different color. The president lives in the White House. Good. Capitalize those words. Capitalize, because that is a proper noun. That is the name of. We could have white houses around. I walk by 2 houses in my neighborhood that are white, but they are not the White House, right? If you were governor, what are some ways you could make California better? Okay, so think about it. If you were in charge, you're the boss, you'd like to make some new laws for the state of California. You'd like to make some improvements. If I were you, I'd start with the homeless, because we do have a lot of homeless people, right? So maybe you can think of some things that if you were in charge, what you could do to help people without homes, okay? That's a big issue. That's not easy. So, and you might want to think about our parks, maybe our roads, because our roads are pretty wackadoodle out there. So you can start it with, as governor, I would, and then go ahead. What would you do? And again, I think I only got 2 last time. I would love to see your responses. If your parents would just take a picture and email me what you wrote, I would love it, okay? Because that's what I really miss about this. I can teach, but I'm not getting the feedback. I'm not getting your creativity, your great ideas, your fun comments, sometimes your funny comments. Just that part that makes this job so much fun. So if you were governor, what are some ways you would make California better? If you want to make a list, go ahead, or write it in a paragraph, okay? As governor, I would do. Okay? Take a picture, send it to me. Please, please, please make me happy. All right? And I will see you tomorrow, Thursday, when we're going to be on day 4 already, okay? So enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see one another later, okay? Bye-bye.